Okay, I haven't done a video in a while, and I'm just around home. I'm going to make Sean's magic soup. Everybody around here is kind of feeling puny. We've got sore throats. We're just not feeling that great. So I'm going to make his magic chicken soup, and he has given me his directions because he is not home yet. So we'll see how this goes. I've done it once before, but he was standing beside me. So I have a few little instructions here. We have chicken breast, okay, about 5 pounds of chicken breast. I have garlic. What I've done is I've taken a big stew pot and I've put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom, and then I put a big spoonful of minced garlic, because garlic is one of the things that helps with your cold, so we do put a lot of garlic in there. Okay, like I said, this is about 5 pounds worth of boneless chicken breast. Yeah. So, anyway, that's the next thing we do. I'm going to clean it, and I'm going to pat it dry, and then we're going to season it. Okay, so next we get out the jumbo cooker and we put just enough olive oil in it to coat the bottom of the pan. I'm going to be using salt, pepper, oregano, parsley, and basil. I'm going to be patting dry the chicken breast so that they can get all of the seasoning on them, and then I'm going to add them to this pan next to cook. Okay, your chicken pieces are going to look something like this when you get them all coated with the seasonings. And it would be a really good idea to turn your heat under your pan so that you could be ready to put that in, which I did not do. So, that's okay. We're waiting now. Waiting. Okay, one thing I could have been doing while I was waiting is getting the onion ready. I have to cut this onion because one of them is going to go in the jumbo cooker and 2 more are going to go in the pot for the soup base. So I will do that now. Seems like I might have learned this on a cooking show. I'm not quite sure. But take your onion. I'm not real great at it, but seriously, it helps. If you take it and you cut it this way, all the way almost down to the bottom, and then you cut it this way, almost all the way down to the bottom, and then you turn it sideways and you cut it like this, you'll get little pieces. I'll show you. See? Just like this. And you're just cutting down the side. I probably need to put up my stand, whatever that thing's called. Tripod. Yes, that's it. I need to put the tripod up, so this will be a lot easier. Anyway, I'm going to finish up this onion right now. Okay, so at this point I have the chicken that's cooking in the jumbo skillet with the onions around it. And I've got some more chicken that I need to get in there, but I cannot fit it all in there, so I'm going to do it a little bit at a time. And then I'm going to just brown it on both sides, and I will continue from there. Oh, and I need to get 2 more onions cut up to go into my stock pan, and that is my dryer, which I have ignored 3 times, but I will get to it when I can. I can't do everything. So anyway, I will tell you what's next from here. Okay, so this might be a little easier. Oh, there goes my dryer again. Okay, yes, I know that the dryer needs to be checked on. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, sometimes I yell at my dryer, but I don't yell at anybody else, just my dryer. It's inanimate, so it won't hurt it. Anyway, we're going to check the chicken. I'm going to be turning it over, which I should get my tongs for. It would be a lot easier with my tongs if I can find them. Here they are. Okay, so I'm turn the chicken over. Ooh, see how brown it's getting? Okay. And the onions are getting nice and soft. Alright. Put another piece in because now I have a space for it. I'm going to go and turn it up just a little bit. And I always use the cover because I do not like getting burnt. So that really helps a lot. Alright, so we also have the onions that I cut up. And I'm going to put them in the stock pot right now and continue to cook my chicken. Okay, I have here 2 family-sized cans of cream of chicken soup and 2 32-ounce chicken broths. These are going to go into my stock pot with the onions that I just put in there, and I'm going to turn it on so that it can start cooking at this point and getting ready for the chicken that we're going to add. So I have to tell you, this is Sean's favorite soup. When anybody in the house gets sick, we make this soup, and that's why we call it Sean's Magic Chicken Soup, because it makes everybody better. We've even tried it out on friends and it's worked. So, I don't know if it's the garlic, I don't know if it's all the vegetables or the chicken, I don't know what it is. But it really is magical soup. And maybe it's the love that you put into it. I don't know. Still, it's magic soup. So I'm going to have to see if Sean will let me upload this because it is his secret soup because he made it up. But we'll see. Okay, I got the last chicken breast in. Ooh, that's foggy. Anyway, as you can see, they're browning up nicely. I have the chicken stock starting to go. I've got to open up the cream of chicken soup with this thing that my husband thinks is hideous. I used to sell Pampered Chef, so I'm not going to say that it's like not a good product, but I think that they've improved it some since I got one, because this one you have to go around the can 2 or 3 times to actually get it to work. So I'm sure the ones they have now are much better, but now I'm going to add the cream of chicken soup. And I didn't tell you, but when you add a can of soup, you add a can of water and put it in as well. So 2 cans of soup, 2 cans of water. Okay, so when you get your chicken soup, or cream of chicken soup in there, you're going to have about this much liquid in a big pot like this one. Anyway, you've got your onions in there, and the next step, which I need to turn this on low a little bit, let's see. The next step is, we can turn it up to a 5 now because we've got some stock in there and it can start boiling. The next step is going to be the carrots and celery, and we need a whole bag of carrots and a whole bag of celery, so I'm going to chop them up now. You know, I tried the the tripod. I tried it, but it's just getting in my way. I mean, look at the thing. It's like humongous. Anyway, see, I think it's huge. Anyway, I need one of those little tiny ones so I can just stick it on the counter and it'll be a lot easier, but I will just hold it for now and I'll show you what I'm doing. This is 32 ounces of carrots. So you're going to need this, and then you're going to need a bag, and this is, I don't know how many ounces. It's just like, you know, just a regular size bag. Ooh, and my hubby's home. Yay, he's home. You're home. I know. He's not feeling well, so I know. You don't want me to tape you? Okay, I'm sorry. But I'm making your soup. Okay, now I have all the veggies in here. I have the onions, which I put in first, of course. The carrots, the celery, the broth, the cream of chicken soup. And I've taken most of my chicken out. It's a little darker than I usually cook it, but I'm sure that it'll probably be good. I'm going to cut this up. And it's going to go into the stock pot with all the veggies and the broth. I got 1 piece of chicken still cooking. And the master of the kitchen has come in and told me that I'm doing a very good job. So it's approved by the chef in our home. So we'll see when it's all over. and done. And he eats it. See if he likes it. Yeah. Okay, your chunks of chicken are going to be something like this. You don't want little puny pieces of chicken in this soup because it's a hearty, rich, yummy, actually healthy comfort food soup. So you want your pieces of chicken pretty chunky. I'm going to add them to the stock pot and keep cutting up. And I will tell you this. You see, it's almost 6 o'clock. I started at 4:30. If you're a novice at this like I am, you want to start earlier because my husband said, start at 4:30. We'll eat at 6. Well, guess who's not eating at 6? Anyway, but it won't be much longer. Okay, I do have a thermometer. I do check the chicken to make sure it's done. It has to be at least 160 degrees. Now, we all make mistakes, and I'm going to show you mine today. Got the grease a little too hot. Normally the grease would go, or the onions, which are now black, would go into the rest of this. But since I've already got some onions in there, I'm safe. But actually the chicken tastes better because I got a good brown on it. So I don't know. But next time I'll watch my grease better. But this is not going in the stock pot because it would only make my chicken soup taste really burnt. Okay, you would think that we would be done at this point, but we're not. We have the chicken in there. We have the carrots and the onions. We have the celery, and I moved it up to the larger burner. We're going to let it simmer. Actually, no, we've been letting it simmer. At this point, we're going to let it come to a rolling boil. And I'm going to get something special ready to go in there once it starts boiling. So, I better hurry. Okay, this is our secret ingredient. These are the cheapest biscuits at the store, but they make the best dumplings. So we're going to fix 5 cans of them, and when it starts to a rolling boil, we're going to throw them in. Okay, this is what our homemade dumplings are going to look like when you get done. I cut them in 4s, and then just kind of like mush them, and then they're like, I don't know if you like really chewy, like hearty dumplings, but I do. So this is the way we do it. So I'm going to cut the rest of these up and soon add them to the pot. Okay, we have dumplings and we have a rolling bowl. So all we're going to do is drop. This is the fun part. Drop, 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 drop. See, this is so much fun. See, drop, drop, drop. Anyway, you get the picture. Okay, final step. We have all the dumplings in there. Everything's cooking. Turn it down on about 5. Let it cook for 20 minutes. And then we have magic chicken soup. Yum. Okay, with 10 minutes to go. Actually, 9. Looking good. I turned it down to 4. I'm going to turn it down again to 2 because we're almost done. And this is what my kitchen looks like before I serve, usually. I have a pet peeve. I cannot stand a dirty kitchen. So, if I ever record Sean cooking in here, the only way it's going to look like this is if I'm a sous chef. I think it's a man thing. Somebody comment and let me know. When your husband cooks, does he like tear the kitchen apart while he's cooking and then like want somebody else to clean up for him? I really can't say much though because he is a wonderful cook and I am very happy that he cooks for me and he teaches me how to cook. I would gladly clean up after him, no problem. Okay, I had a whole 6 minutes to sit down. I have a greater appreciation for my husband cooking his magic soup now. Trust me. I love him very much. Because he made that soup up just for me when I was sick. So he's sick now and I'm making it for him. And I know what he put into it now. Okay, here's the finished product. And the chef approves it. He said it was very good. So, yay! And that is how you make magic chicken soup by Sean.